All right, here standing alongside trainer Noel Daley. And Noel, Justin Dave, we're just talking about the Road to the Meadowlands Pace Top 10. Your Colt Captain Albano headlines that talented group of 10. You know, really nice qualifier yesterday. Talk about the first two and talk about how he's been progressing leading up to his 3-year-old campaign.
I've been real happy with the way he came back. We gave him, after the British Crown, we just left him in Kentucky out there, Walnut Hall. They did a great job. He really filled out. He looked great coming back. So he's been in work since early January, but no real speed work. We sort of just had a lot of work into him there, and then the first qualifier, he'd only been 2-3 at home, so I said to Todd just to give him a quiet one, and didn't mean it to be that quiet. I think it had a few people, owners included, were panicking a little. Dave Little, I think he was a little worried after his number one road to the Meadowlands Pace, so I did say to Todd yesterday, I said, you had him panicking a little bit. We'll need to do a little bit more. So he was very good yesterday. So he's come back really good. I'm really happy with him. Just trying not to have him too ready too early. I want to try and do what we did with Pebble Beach. If we can try and do the North American, well, Pebble Beach wasn't in the Meadowlands Pace, but then you've got the Breeders' Crown. So it's a long year. If you put in a few other races there, you've got to be careful not to have them on their toes too early. So that's what we're trying to do. So
you got a couple trotting fillies in to go tonight. Starting off race number 2, you've got Miss Isla, and you just recently warmed her up. She's coming off 2 qualifies. Talk about how she was out there in warm-ups and what you're expecting from her tonight.
Been happy with the way she came back too. She's been a little calmer than she was last year, a little more on the toes tonight than she was at the qualifiers. She's a nice filly. She was sort of we had a few hiccups along the way getting her there too, so we were a little later and getting her going. But then right at the end, she was actually very good in the last start, one of those finals, but ended up being 5th, but just had nowhere to go. She's a very good quality filly, so gave her 2 qualifiers just to make sure her head's together and have her right on her toes, and I'm happy with where she's at.
Race number 6, you have by around coming off 1 winning qualifier. How are you expecting her to come in tonight? And kind of elaborate your decision-making between the decision to how many times you want to qualify a horse, 2 for Miss Isla versus 1 for by around. She's
very much like a thoroughbred by around. She's, she could have been ready to go after a month, So I was in 2 minds whether to even put her in both legs. I was sort of thinking, I'll qualify either one, so I'll skip the first. I should qualify twice, skip the first leg, and then there was a gap between the second leg and the final. And but she was good in the qualifier, so you said, we'll try and race her off the pace. But she's very professional. She's fun to train. She knows her business. She's one you look forward to go and get out on every day when you go and jog her or train her. So she's a very nice filly.
Perfect. Thanks for your time, Noel. Best of luck.
Okay, thank you.